There will be spoilers ahead. Lots of spoilers, so be careful, won't you?
Once upon a time, there was a theater. And in this theater, they showed the most amazing, glorious, and profitable films. These movies delighted millions and made millions more. Lavish, glamorous, they taught us lessons of life, gave examples of true love, and illustrated the pathos of death. And they made a lot of money. They were the tops. And then there were other movies. Movies that made us scowl, were dull, lifeless, silly, and boring. And most importantly, they did not make a lot of money. They were the bottoms. This story is about one of those bottoms, the rear end of the pack, the sit-upon of sit-upons, a wretched little ass. Assuming you've made it this far, I'd just like to Max Mike Movies. You'd hardly be able to
saying bottoms.
Bottoms. More bottoms. Anyway, you'd hardly be able to tell by our little fable above, written once upon a dream. But this week's bottom is none other than Disney's Sleeping Beauty. Wait, what? Well, we'll get to that. And we is none other than Max. Shut those damned animals up. Levine, sing us a Forrest favorite, Max.
Tweet, tweet, crunch, die.
You ever see them eating?
The life of a bird. Thank you. Yeah, you notice the owl is hanging around with a bunch of prey birds?
Never mind the squirrel.
Yeah.
Sitting next to him, metaphorically speaking, is just me, Mike. She won't stop singing. Loose. True enough, 1959 had its winners and losers, and this week's movie is one of the latter. But what isn't a ladder is your answer to our poll question. Last week, we asked if a movie wins a lot of Oscars, does that make you want to see it or avoid it? Let's hear what you had to say. Vince, Tamer of the Tiger Tank, Old Tippecanoe, Master of the Mystic Arcs. Oh, and he's a Canadian, too. He wrote, quote, "The Oscars have no effect if I want to see a movie or not. Neither do critics. Top 10 lists or likes. I do like it when a film I think deserves attention like Godzilla -1 and Flow win Oscars as it's good for the filmmakers. But in those cases, they were films I already saw," end quote. Ooh, yeah, I hope we're not on that list. Thanks, Vince. Next, our favorite Irish essayist, Bealo Lading, Max.
Bealo Lading, Bealo Lading, Bealo Lading.
Thank you. Sent in, quote, "You like me, you really like me."
Sally?
Thank you, Sally. Yeah, a multi-winner motivates me to see it. Make no mistake, the Oscars do make some errors. E.T. should have won Best Picture over Gandhi. So too Beauty and the Beast over Silence of the Lambs.
Oh.
Yeah, see our episode on Silence of the Lambs. And E.T. Meryl Streep experienced nominations for a decade and then wins for her, in my view, weakest film, The Iron Lady. We live in a world where Mel Gibson, directing, Gwyneth Paltrow and Cher have an Oscar, but Cary Grant, Peter O'Toole, Barbara Stanwyck, and Deborah Kerr have none, and so on. But when a film wins multiple Oscars, odds are I've already seen it or will be very much induced to see it. The mega winners, Ben-Hur, Titanic, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, all stand the test of time. Others high on the list are The English Patient, West Side Story, and The Last Emperor. The only film that won Oscars at that level that's fallen out of cultural consciousness is Gigi, which, is a bit of a throwaway.
Well.
A multi-Oscar winning film is really a reflection of all of the parts coming together. A compelling script with a cast, wardrobe, score, editor, sound, and a director able to conduct them all into making something magic. If a film wins just one singular Oscar, though, I won't care much, unless it's for Best Screenplay, Adapted Screenplay. It's the writer in me. Ah, yes, I remember it well, end quote. Well, see our entire episode on Ben-Hur just last week to see if we agree, but as always, thanks, Bill, for your great answers. Sliding into Facebook. Oh, man, that hurt. We have Richard Tatum, who wrote, quote, "It can, but usually it still comes down to subject matter for me," end quote. Oh, true enough. Thanks, Richard.
What if it's won Best Tatum?
I don't think they have an account. We need to lobby Hollywood to bring up Best Tatum.
Yep.
Or best adapted Tatum. You can't leave that out.
There you go.
Best adapted Tatum.
Best adapted Tatum.
Or Bat. Brad Albertson was next with, quote, a good Rotten Tomatoes score will influence me more than an Oscar. They just give those out to anyone, end quote. Well, I ain't got one. Thanks, Brad.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
It's plastic, Max. Somebody bought it at a gift store.
It says Oscar.
With 2 S's?
No, 2 C's.
Or a K. Thanks, Brad. Nick Hoffman said, quote, it really depends. In the past years, decades, I did give more weight to Oscar wins, but for about the past 20 years plus, I just don't see the benefit. I feel that I am very out of sync with the Academy at this point. So now, it depends on what type of film and who made it, end quote. Also fair enough. Thanks, Nick. Dave. Posted, quote, not really. When I was young, I decided Oscars were dumb. I saw a lot of best films from the 40s, 50s, and 60s in Harvard Square in my teens and decided that an Oscar was not a reliable indicator of quality. I don't think many stand the test of time. Nor do any highbrow movies get the Oscar, and I like the highbrow. I stopped paying any significant attention to Oscars after Rocky won, and have generally avoided Best Picture winners since, except that my better half occasionally insists on seeing them. I do often check out Best Foreign Films, and I find the Best Costumes and Best Cinematography categories interesting, but I don't seek them out. The music category is downright irritating to me. End quote.
Oh, I can't. Oh, Dave, why?
It sounds like a big fat no to me. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Matt Reisman offered, quote, no. At this point, Oscars are just marketing schemes, end quote. Ouch. But is he wrong? Thanks, Matt. Keith Wright sent in, quote, nope. I can't tell you how many movies I haven't seen, Oscar or not. If I got to vote on the movies I haven't seen, that would be cinematic, end quote. Interesting. Thanks, Keith. Roland Hardy's answer was, quote, gotta see them all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, end quote. I see what you did there. Thanks, Roland. Christine Santos responded, quote, I go see the other nominees within their category, end quote. Well, that'll show them. Thanks, Christine.
So it does influence you. Okay.
I think I counted that was in a maybe because I did do a score at the end. Charles Forsyth was next with, quote, not really. If I was thinking about seeing a film and it wins an Oscar, it increases the likelihood that I'll take the time to watch it. Otherwise, I only really follow whether a movie I saw and thought was Oscar worthy actually wins, end quote. Yeah, that sums it up pretty good. Thanks, Charles.
Yeah.
Lauren Buxbaum said, quote, I am, of course, the least appropriate person to answer this question since I watch movies so seldom. On the rare occasions I do choose to do so, Oscars are not part of the calculus. Oh, I like the way she put that. First of all, I only see dramas when dragged to them. Oh, dear. Secondly, if it's based on a book I read and liked, I avoid adaptations.
I can get that.
If it's based on a book I haven't read and sounds intriguing, I read the book. I'm sensing a theme. If it doesn't sound as if it's to my taste, why would I watch it if I'm not interested in the book? Finally, I am tremendously uninformed about the Oscars. It is rare, for obvious reasons, that I've ever even heard of the nominated movies or actors, even the categories. Mostly, I attend, watch movies that my husband or kids, 31 and 32. What odd names for kids, but...
Well, it's very, very hip.
Yeah, I guess you can tell them apart. Well, it's no 6, 7, but then what is? Recommend to me and drag me to, or stream for me. Bah humbug, end quote. Well, I guess that means, no. Thank you, Dr. Buxbaum.
You should listen. That woman is a doctor.
She is a very good one, too, from what I heard. And very reasonable.
Very reasonable.
I have no idea what doctor she is, but... Yeah. Brian Mundo sent, quote, for me, it doesn't influence if I want to see it or not. The Oscars judges' likes usually don't align with my own likes very well, end quote. I think what he meant to say was, The Fifth Element. Thanks, Brian. Lastly, but not leastly, we have our hot line. And the Doris Hempelmeyer within. Max?
Talk to me, Doris. Talk slow.
Hello, Max Mike Movies. Hi, Max. This is Doris Hempelmeyer here to answer your poll question. Well, I have to say, no. Ultimately, no. Though I will say, some of them I will say, that got an Oscar? Really? My thing is, I go see a movie because I want to go see it. Whether or not somebody else decides that week that it's a good movie has nothing to do with it. So anyway, that's my answer. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I'll see you later, Max. Bye.
Well, that sounds like a no from Doris.
That's another no for in the no column. Yep.
Thanks, Doris. That makes the final
Thank you,
score
Doris.
8 no's with a yes and maybe, tying it to a piece. But Max,
Wow.
how will you adjust the score?
Honestly, the number of Oscars used to matter to me, and if I'm looking at older movies, I'll pay more attention to Oscar winners from the 40s and 50s or 60s or what have you.
Right.
In the last, I'd say 30 or 40 years, I forget who said it, but they're right. It's basically become a marketing campaign or a marketing tool, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's outright bribery involved.
You mean like last year when F1 was up for Best Picture? Oops.
No. That
To be
was
fair,
completely
I didn't
fair.
see F1, but I found its nomination highly suspect.
I saw the sequel, F.U.
I wonder if people felt that way when
That
they
was
saw
pretty
the
good.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Matt Reisman who pointed out the marketing scheme.
Good
So,
point.
yeah.
Good point, Matt. So, old ones maybe, new one lately, not really. What about you?
Not really either. I only hope movies I like win something. And it does make me happy if they do. I remember when Moonlight was nominated, I'm like, wow, how did this even get nominated? It hasn't got a chance. And then when it won, I was actually thrilled. But a lot of times I don't see the movies involved. I think once or twice for the show, I've watched all the nominated films, but usually, I don't care.
I'll watch them sometimes for completeness' sake, just so I have some idea what's going on during the show, because I do like watching the show. Or I like us watching the show and making fun of it.
It's more fun, yes. So, looks like the answer is no.
Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, thank you. Those were great answers.
Yeah, great answers. Thank you very much. We thank you so much that we'd really like to get you to do it all over again. We would like to know who your favorite animated hero is and why. That's male, female, or otherwise. We do not discriminate here at Max Mike Movies. And we'll go over all the where's, why's, how's stuff at the end of the show. But for now, let's get to our news segment. Seen anything good? So, Max.
Yeah.
Seen anything good?
I've been watching, actually, I just finished watching the first season of Widow's Bay.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
I think it's pretty good. I don't know how scary it's trying to be because it isn't. Mm-hmm. And it is funny, often intentionally.
Oh, often?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And it's well done. The characters are interesting. And of course, it has some of the greatest background actors in cinema history.
Which is why you watch TV shows for the background acting.
Of course.
Don't you mean extras, Max? I think it's extras.
I do not. Background actors. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Peasant.
I only did that because it's fun to watch you splur.
Yeah.
But
What about you? You see anything new?
as a matter of fact, yes. One of them I sent to you.
But we don't have time.
Yes, we do, because I'm hosting and we get to do whatever I want. So, if you would go onto that thing called YouTube, I came across a channel called Secondhand Movie Company, and they have made 4 shorts that is basically under the umbrella of what if Star Wars had a $10 budget? And everything is made of cardboard. The costumes, the sets, the spaceships, everything. Yep. And it is parody. Let's get that right out there. I found them really funny, and the person they got to play Darth Vader, I absolutely adore. Their take on it
was perfect.
It was great. So look up on YouTube, Secondhand, one word, Movie Company, and they only have 4 Star Wars things out there right now. So go take a look, because that's fun, and it's free. However, last night, I got to see a fan favorite preview, which I guess is now a thing, of Supergirl. Supergirl. Okay. I don't want to give too much away because the film is, as of we recording this, isn't actually out yet. It's out later tonight, I think. And I will say, my prediction is that this film is going to do very well. I will say that. The one thing I will say, Millie Alcock, who plays Supergirl, is fantastic.
Oh, okay, good.
She is so good in this role. I really, really liked her performance. And I know nothing about and don't care about Supergirl.
And this is all just from the preview?
No, I saw the film, the whole film.
Oh, you saw the whole movie?
I saw the whole movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a preview, like sneak preview, I guess.
Oh, that kind of all right.
Yeah. They just, I just happened to look to see if there's anything to do yesterday in my local movie app. and it said fan favorite preview something. And I was like, oh, you mean I can buy tickets and go to this? And the answer was yes. They had one show. So
I just want to know one thing. How is Jason Momoa as Lobo?
So let's get back.
Oh, dear.
No, here's the thing. I don't like the character Lobo. Lobo is just there to be, I'm a badass. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I will say this. If I were editing this film, I'd have cut him out. Not because he's playing the character badly. The character just doesn't need to be there.
It doesn't add anything. Okay.
No, not at all.
Oh, well.
That being said, he looks the part. He swings stuff around. He is quote-unquote badass, 3 S's TM. But yeah, she's fantastic.
Cool.
For no other reason, just go for her. I really liked her in this role.
Outstanding. Okay.
Yeah. And now, let's go back to sleep. Sleeping Beauty, that is.
The facts.
Budget. $6 million, which for 1959 wasn't chicken feed.
No, that's lots of money.
Take $5.1 million, which is.
Oh, it lost money.
Yeah,
The
almost
Disney
$1 million
animated movie lost money.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we're going to get to some of that. This accounted for a lot of layoffs at Disney. I think they let go something like 500 people from the animation department.
Oh, boy.
That being said, this movie did eventually make money, but only in re-releases. And in a way, it wasn't a flop, as it was the second highest grossing movie of the year.
Oh.
Ben-Hur was, of course, at the top. So our choice of this as the bottom might only be kind of sort of accurate. But yeah. And what would be the next Disney movie to flop? I'm sure you can figure this out.
Oliver and Company?
No.
Sword in the Stone?
No.
I don't know. What?
1985's The Black Cauldron.
Oh.
Yeah. See our episode on that one. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Apparently, it wasn't just the fairies that fought over the color of Rose's gown. The filmmakers did too, and that's how that gag made it into the film. By the way, blue.
Pink.
Blue. How many names does a princess need? Well, in the German version of the original story, her name is indeed Briar Rose. In the ballet, it's Aurora, so there you go. This would be the last fairy tale adaptation at Disney for over 30 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, guess that low take had something to do with it.
They got burned.
Yeah. We almost didn't get the amazing Eleanor Audley as Maleficent. She'd done Lady Tremaine in Disney's Cinderella, but initially said no to this. Seems she had a bad case of tuberculosis and needed to get well.
Oh, jeez.
Disney waited, and we're glad he did. Also glad were all the folks in Hootersville. Because she played, of course, the mother of Oliver Wendell Douglas in Green Acres.
Yep.
And who was the visual inspiration for Maleficent? Why, that would be our old pal, Mila Nurmi, otherwise known as Vampira.
Oh.
And she got her look from the Charles Addams comics and the Evil Queen in Snow White. She was actually hired as a visual reference for this movie. I guess what goes around comes around.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You may have noted a little literary aberration in this Disney film. The princess's parents are both alive, even if the mom doesn't talk too much.
Or have a name.
Yeah, well, this would not happen again until Mulan in 1998.
Ooh, wow.
Watch out for those guardrails.
Yep. Parents don't do well in Disney movies.
No.
Especially the moms.
One of the reasons for that big budget was that this movie took 8 years to make. They started in 1951 and didn't release it till 1959.
Wow.
And part of the reason for the long production was first-time production designer Ivan Earl. He insisted on those incredibly detailed backgrounds, which took 7 to 10 days each to paint. Usually, it took 1. The princess doesn't have a lot to say. She only has 18 lines of dialogue, and the last thing she utters is a sob, which is almost 20 minutes before the end of the movie.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. This would be the last time that cells were inked by hand at Disney. From then on, starting with 101 Dalmatians, they would just photocopy the finished pencil drawings right onto the cells. And lastly, the sound of the dragon's fire was a difficult one to make. So they ended up using a flamethrower. I mean...
Sure! Why not?
What else?
What could go wrong?
Do you have any trivia you want to throw in there, Max?
Well, I just want to point out that the prince does not have any dialogue for the last 20 minutes of the movie either.
Well, he doesn't need to because he's busy. All she does
Even
is
when
sob.
people are talking to him, he's just like, nod, squint,
No, it's as
shake
good as a
head.
wink to a blind bat.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, some of the, actually a fair amount of the music in there is based on Tchaikovsky's ballet, Sleeping Beauty.
Yep.
Other than
And
that,
it works.
no.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I do like Hans Conried is in this movie.
Yeah, he's got like one word.
I don't even know if you can tell.
No.
He's
Actually, he originally was one of the kings, and then he got replaced, which is a shame because, I mean, they did so well in Peter Pan, but I love Hans Conried in anything, especially
That's all I got.
when they basically fake his voice for Closet Cases of the Nerd Kind. And so much more. But
And so much more.
let's tell a little story we like to call The Plot.
Tell me a story, Uncle Mike.
Oh, I will. Are you sitting comfortably? Once upon a time in 14th century France. No, really. There was a king and queen. They had a baby girl who would grow up to eat cheese and slug wine and marry nearby Prince Philip. But first, she would be cursed by the evil Maleficent because she wasn't invited to the party where... Luckily, the good fairies who were invited can bestow gifts, one of which can be used to keep the deathly fate from befalling our dear princess. Instead of pricking her finger on a spinning wheel and dying, because that's a thing, she'll just take a nap instead. But to avoid that, the fairies offer to take the baby away and hide her, raising her as their own until she's old enough to come back and rule France. And so they do. Since Maleficent only hires idiots, she never finds the young princess until the fateful day of the princess's 16th birthday, the day the curse is meant to end. Deciding not to wait till the next day to bring her to the palace, the fairies find that all their plans have come to naught. Maleficent indeed finds the princess, right where she expected to in her own bedroom, and tempts her up to the attic where the witch has conjured a spinning wheel to do her dirty work. The princess falls asleep. The fairies put the rest of us to sleep too. I mean France, until the prince can come and rouse the princess with love's first kiss. Well, Maleficent won't have no princes running around willy-nilly kissing everyone, so she jails him. And then she goes to sleep too. Well, what is it about people sleeping in this movie? Oh, right, the title. Anyway, the fairies get him free and send him off to kiss the princess, instead of flying him there or teleporting him or something. This gives Maleficent time to wake up and get really pissed. So pissed, she transforms into this really cool dragon. The fairies, again, don't just whisk Philip away, they give him a sword and shield so he can D&D his way out of this mess. And he does, in one of animation's most amazing sequences ever. Oh, and he kisses the princess, she wakes up, everyone wakes up, there's a wedding at the end.
The film. I don't like that one. Tell me the one with Hamster Huey and the Gooey Kablooey.
He gone for whole month again. Okay. Max, did you see this when it came out?
Bite me.
Max,
No,
as
as I
you know, is very, very old.
I don't have access to a time machine, so no, I did not. It was a long time before I wasn't, I think, a little kid when I saw it. I may have been a teenager. I'm not positive. Because the only way to see them was when they would re-release them, and that was not that often.
Yeah, when home video first popped up, Disney went, no, 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 no. And they kind of were not going to release anything on home video because it ruined the experience. And
then it was like, they're making how much money?
Yeah. So they started releasing them. And the thing is that for a long time, I remember you would go to comics and collectibles shows and somebody would have because I'd never seen Snow White or Fantasia because they weren't really re-releasing them. And they were terrible copies. They were awful, but it's
awful.
like, if this is the only way I get to see it, this is the only way I get to see it. So I'll give you $10 instead of Disney. And finally, Disney relented. And I'm like, but we're only going to put out 10,000 copies, and then they're going away, and you can't ever have it again. Goodbye. Until
Then we
7
lock it
years
back
later.
in the Disney vault,
Yeah.
right next to Walt's frozen head.
As seen in Futurama, among other places,
Yep,
I'm sure.
yep.
Yeah, it was a really weird marketing scheme. Like, I kind of understand wanting to preserve an experience. And to be fair, this film probably would have been absolutely amazing to see in a theater,
But I would rather be able to see it than not see it, even if it meant I couldn't go see it in a theater. So
Yeah.
I don't remember where I know I saw it on VHS, which is not the way to watch this at all.
Not really, no.
So you saw it probably sometime the same way in a theater, maybe?
I think I saw it in a theater in a re-release or some such.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you exactly when. It's been a long time.
Do you remember if you liked it or not?
I remember liking some of it.
Yeah.
Maleficent, I must have been old enough because I remember watching Maleficent going, she makes me feel funny.
Oh, Max likes bad girls. Oh.
Well, that voice,
I
I mean,
know.
Eleanor Audley's voice is... am I crazy? Did she sound a lot, and I know it wasn't, blah, 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 she sounded a lot like Susan Sarandon to me.
No.
She had that same sort of throaty, rich voice.
She's a much lower voice, lower register. No, it didn't remind me of her at all. I want to get this out of the way. One of the reasons that I chose this movie as a bottom is that it marks the end of Disney really putting everything they've got into a 2D animated film. For me, the level of artistry, smoothness of animation, and incredible detail made by hand pretty much would never come again. I'm not saying that the films after this weren't good or didn't have artistic merit, but...
They were not as detail-oriented.
No. And yes, it took them 8 years and a ridiculous amount of money. I think in today's money, it's something like 100... Well, it's probably
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money. And the guy who was heading the film had never done it before, and he would never head it again either.
Uh-huh.
But, well, we'll get to this, but I think that there's a marked difference between this and the next feature, which I think is 101 Dalmatians. And again, I like 101 Dalmatians. I like the look. It's a much more somber looking film, but there is a quality that's not quite there.
Now, in terms of the visuals, I think that's true. I mean, it does also give us another of the great Disney villains.
Oh, boy, does
Cruella
it.
de Vil.
Yeah. Her part in the movie is not really that interesting, but the way she's played is so cool that it doesn't matter. So,
yeah.
But let's get to our cast. Now, this is obviously voice acting, but that's okay.
Yep, absolutely.
This is going to matter. We have Mary Costa as Princess Aurora, who's an opera singer, and she's fine.
Oh, yeah.
All
But
18
it's
lines
really
of it.
how she handles all that complex, deep dialogue.
Stop.
Yeah.
I noticed when I was doing some research that a lot of people say, I don't care that her name's the title. This film isn't about her. It's about the fairies, which...
It is definitely about the fairies.
Except that they don't have any growth either, but whatever.
They don't change.
Well,
we can talk about it. They do kind of.
Yeah.
And we got
Bill Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
As the Prince Philip. He's fine.
I have in my notes, no, Philip, hold out for Queen Elizabeth, man. She's way more interesting.
Sure. My little cabbage.
Yep.
Rollover cabbage. So yeah, that's a
He's
deeper.
fine. I mean, yeah.
I think he probably has fewer lines than she does. But
neither of them get anything to do vocally. I mean,
No.
she sings, song, but
yeah.
But the star of this film, no matter what, is Eleanor Audley.
Oh, she is so cool.
Oh, she is fantastic. Oh, my God. You could swim in her voice. She is so amazing.
Yep, and just that quiet, subtle, sensual menace.
I am so much better than you. So much better than you.
Yep. Just the way she's talking. Oh, look, you've invited everyone. The nobility, the something, and just looks at the fairies and the rabble.
Yeah. Like you said, she's iconic. She's one of the Disney villains right up there.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to some of the reason why. The main reason is her voice, but her actions are, in some cases, startling. But yeah, Eleanor Audley, man, I could listen to her all day. I'd love to listen to her read the phone book, because who cares?
Yep. This is one of those voices.
Verna Felton is Flora, who's...
another classic Disney voice. She's in everything.
Yep. And she's, of the three, I would say she's the second best fairy. We have, I'm going to skip over to Barbara Jo Allen as Fauna, who I think is not bad at all. She's very good, but I didn't find a lot of difference between hers and Flora's voices.
Not much. And even the characters are very similar. Flora is clearly the leader. Fauna is much more the follower, but Merryweather is sort of the troublemaker. She's the one who actually says, this plan is stupid. She's right.
Yeah, Barbara Luddy is wonderful. She was
just
the
the
right
Lady
amount of
in
spice.
Lady and the Tramp. Yeah.
Yeah, which, I wouldn't equate those two together. But
Nope.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Then we have the voices of... Actually, King Stefan and King Hubert are fun when they're singing their little drinking song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scumps? What the hell does scumps mean?
I didn't look it up, but it probably means something.
I don't know. I assume they just made it.
After them, we get a lot of people that are credited as Maleficent's goon.
Yeah, a lot of goons.
Yeah.
What gets me... Did you recognize the name of the guy who does the voice of Samson the horse? Clarence Nash.
Clarence Nash is
the voice of Donald Duck.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And I gotta say right now, I don't know what it is with Disney's horses, but every time there's a horse character, it steals the scene.
Yeah, Samson is awesome. He's almost as good as Maximus from Tangled.
Well, he just doesn't get enough to do.
Yeah.
Because Maximus, oh my God, that character almost steals the entire film.
Yeah.
Maximus
but Samson, I also like the fact that he's clearly an authority.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, let's go back this way. No. All right, I'll give you extra food. Okay.
Carrots.
So he has to be bribed. I do really like this part. It's in the middle when Philip comes back. He's just met Aurora, and he's like, I'm going to marry her. And his dad is like, whoa, really? You met Aurora? You met the princess? No, a peasant girl. He goes, peasant girl? And he looks at the horse for confirmation. And he doesn't believe it until the horse nods.
Well, would you?
I love that. I love that. It's like, okay, Samson says it's true, then all right.
Hey, ever since I had mine cut off, you can't have any sex either. Yeah, because, of course, it's a Disney film, so every horse is a gelding. Stallion, I should say, but yeah. So, yeah, and, this is a very side thing. This is why I got so irked when Andy Serkis made his big proclamation about how the animators aren't doing any of the acting. It's all coming from the motion actor. Oh, my God, that drove me insane. And I'm like, I'm sorry, no.
You mean the people who are animating the facial features and the body language have nothing to do with the performance? Bite me.
Yeah, he claimed it was all him, and it's like, no. Yes, you were referenced for all of the movements, and your voice was amazing for Smeagol and Gollum, because they are basically two different characters. But especially in places like this, it's not just the voice. The voice carries a lot, but there's a lot of stuff that happens that has nothing to do with the voice actors. So voice acting matters, and it's not just because I do voice acting on the side. But I think that this is even with the prince and princess, their voices tell us, they're not really that important.
Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of sad. Well, we'll get to this, but no, I guess, are we done with the cast?
Yeah, might as well be.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go through the goons.
No, I don't think so.
We're not the goon squad.
Nope. I mean, I got to say, the side characters are so much more interesting than either of the leads.
Yep.
The leads have almost no personality.
Almost.
Yeah, they got a little here and there. Aurora's attitude toward, or Briar Rose in this case, her attitude toward the fairies is really sweet. She sees them as like this triple mother figure.
Sure. The Hecate, right?
Yeah, the Hecate.
I mean, in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, they're all kind of the mother. I don't think either one's a maiden or a crone.
No, and they don't sit there over a big cauldron stirring and muttering things to themselves, which is good.
Yep.
I will say, though, they get to that point where they're like, we're going to make a dress and a cake. Well, we've never done this before. I'm sorry, where have your clothes come from all these years?
In 16 years? Yeah, that is a thing. There are some very big plot holes, more than there usually are in a Disney fairy tale. Most of the time, they don't bother me. In this one, because the main characters are so uninteresting, I kept focusing on them. It's like, really, first of all, Aurora has never met another human being.
No.
In 16 years.
Well, to be fair, actually what you can say is she hasn't met a human being because the fairies aren't human.
True.
Yeah.
Yet she runs into Philip and it's like, oh, hi, look at that, a guy. How are you?
Yeah.
It's
she
like,
didn't even ask.
Nothing?
Yeah. What are those for? Huh.
Yeah. Hey, man, how come your breasts are so small?
There's something in your pants. You might want to see that. Have that scene too. It's
Yeah.
It's. I mean, here's the thing. It's a fairy tale, right?
Yeah.
It is really adapting a fairy tale where you don't ask questions like, where's the bathroom and how did they make money? But when they said, none of us sew and none of us cooks, all I could think of is every night Aurora comes home and says, cold cuts again, huh?
I guess I figured they've just been using her as slave labor, and as soon as she was old enough to reach the stove, she did all the cooking.
Either that, or whenever it's time when she gets hungry, she just goes traipsing off into the forest down a ways to where those 7 little men are. And they smell a bit, but they at least can know how to cook. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I didn't understand that whole part about
that was a very odd part. I mean, the whole skipping the entire childhood. I get it. That again is a very big thing in the fairy tales because you don't really want to hear about her, getting her voice changing and screaming at the 3 of them. You're not my real mothers.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's missing here. This is just a simple fairy tale without modern irony, and it's 1959. And part of me wonders if that wasn't one of the issues with the Disney formula, that the audiences had grown up with film and with Disney stuff, and they weren't buying that anymore because they never went back. The innocence this is the last film of innocence, honestly.
Yeah. This is the last one I think they tried to do a straight up fairy tale.
Yeah.
The others tend to get modified. Some of them are based on fairy tales, but that's when they started doing things like 101 Dalmatians. And
right. Other books, children's books.
Even the Sword and the Stone, which isn't a fairy tale.
No. Is that E.B. White? I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they used his version.
Yeah. The only major problem I had with Sword and the Stone was, the kid who's playing Arthur's voice changed at one point. Oh, it's back again. Oh, and now he's a teenager. Oh, dear.
The reason I keep coming back to Sword and the Stone is, did the animal designs in this movie kind of look familiar?
Well, I mean...
I know it came later. Sword and the Stone came later.
Yeah.
But the squirrel and the birds, they look exactly like the animals in Sword and the Stone.
Yeah, and this would happen later, too. So we'd get Baloo the Bear in Jungle Book, who would show up remarkably slightly differently colored, but it was him in Robin Hood. So
true.
Also,
Same
to be
voice
fair,
actor too.
Some of the opening footage from this film was actually reused in the opening of Black Cauldron because it was cheaper. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I think what happened was we got through the 50s and sadly, innocence was pretty much gone. I don't think people were buying that sort of stuff anymore. And the people who would want to see that kind of thing just got younger and younger and younger, and their allowances wouldn't cover going to a movie. So they weren't the ones paying for this stuff. So that's my feeling. I don't know.
I think that makes sense.
Also, something that I don't think Disney does anymore is the opening credits. There's a lot of them. And it feels to me that this was when Disney still held all of his artists in really high esteem.
Yeah, that didn't last.
No, but that's what's going on here is like the voice cast. I don't even remember if they're mentioned in the opening of the film, but they're in the end. But it's all the layout people, the animators, the effects animators. Like they're all front and center at the beginning of the film because those people's work is, quite honestly, it's never been equaled. I'm sorry, it just hasn't.
Yeah, let's talk about the animation.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It is so beautiful.
The backgrounds are gorgeous. The motion is all perfect. The character designs are incredible.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's funny. The leads' character designs are also the least interesting. Mm-hmm. They're the ones who they look rotoscoped.
They don't rotoscope, but a lot of the humans, they would get them in and take footage of them in costume, doing the maneuvers they wanted them to do, and then they would use those as reference.
Yeah.
That being said, I did read something that said that there tended not to be too many princes in films for Disney because they found men hard to animate. I don't know why.
Interesting. Okay.
Either that or the animators just didn't like looking at guys for hours on end, but that's their problem. So
I'm sure some of them did.
I also saw a bit where they said that the restoration of this film was almost as lengthy a process as making it. Like they,
oh my God,
really went. I think it was like 48,000 hours went into restoring this film or something like that.
And it's worth it. The print you get online, it's gorgeous.
It is amazing.
Colors are so vibrant and so bright, which is something I kind of miss in modern animation.
Yeah.
A lot of colors now, actually, in movies in general. They're all using that blue wash or what have you.
Well, they're outlawed, Max.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they've outlawed colors. Red, yellow, and blue have been removed from Hollywood as colors you may use.
Oh, man. Yeah, I have to say, did you notice the fairies? I'm like, oh, look, it's the RGB fairies.
Well, no, RGB.
Red, green, blue.
Yeah. For light. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I did like, though, you'll watch them when the fairies would go into shadow, the colors of their dresses would utterly change, but you still knew who they were. It was that was the shadow color of the pink, blue, and green. It's just,
I like the fact they all moved differently.
Yeah.
Fauna was much more bold. She'd lean forward, she'd stride forward. Flora would sort of hide back a little bit behind her, and Merryweather, who's the short one, is like struggling to keep up, but you could just have this whole thing of wanted to elbow everybody out of her way.
Yeah. Also, even little simple effects, the sparkles when they tossed magic off and stuff, if you just watch the sparkles, they are amazingly well animated. Just a little, and apparently they spent a lot of time with that stuff. I remember they did with Cinderella too, and there's a point where they changed the pumpkin into the carriage, and there's this sort of fountainy shower of sparks and stuff when it changes, and the amount of effort that went into that was insane, just absolutely insane. Yeah, the artistry about this film, if no other reason, watch it for that, because it's absolutely gorgeous. And you will see, like, the colors in 101 Dalmatians are way muted, and they're way more earth tones, and there's not nearly so many bright colors at all to use as accents. And this is another bit of behind the scenes, but there was a guy named Walt Paragoy, who was one of the main Disney background people. And he, how to put this, hated Ivan Earl. And there's interviews with him in later life when they would get him, and it was almost like watching the scenes in Ed Wood where Bela Lugosi is talking about Boris Karloff.
Oh, God, that bad. Ouch.
Yeah, he hated Ivan Earl, partially because everyone kept making such a big deal about him. And he's just like, he didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't know one color from another. So, yeah, and he, I believe, did the color choices and stuff for 101 Dalmatians, which is one of the reasons there's such a stark difference between those films.
Okay. One of the other side characters I really like, the bird.
The raven.
Maleficent's
not credited. His name was Diablo. He was a raven. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good name for him.
Yeah.
He's so expressive, and he's also probably her most effective hench person, because she has got some stupid damn orcs working for her.
I mean,
they've spent 16 years looking for a baby. I mean, every year they look for a baby. No one has apparently told them babies grow. Now, to be fair, Maleficent probably didn't mention that to them.
Well, but
you'd think.
As I said, she hired idiots, so part of it's her fault.
Yeah.
Not that she's going to claim any of that fault, but yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Maleficent, because she's a standout in more than one way for a Disney villain. For one thing, she uses a word that you pretty much never hear in a Disney film, never mind in movies.
Yep. She says H-E double toothpicks. Yes, she does.
It's okay, Max. You can say it on you can say it on this show.
Yep. But she does use it not as an expletive, but as a very direct descriptor. You face me and all the powers of hell.
But it also pretty much aligns her as a Satanist, right? I mean,
she is. Well, they say she is like the embodiment of evil. She is total evilness. And that's, what hell is supposed to be.
She actually is kind of laid back for being the queen of all evil, because she doesn't even kill the henchmen. You'd think she would have.
No, just bats them around a bit.
She sends them to bed without dinner, But yeah, she's frightening. I bet, like the queen from Snow White, I bet she kept a lot of kids up at night.
Yeah. Oh, definitely is. Especially with the shot of her at the top of the tower when she creates the briar barrier around the castle is so cool.
Yeah.
She's like this menacing shadow with a storm behind her. Gorgeous. And it's just the presence of her that's threatening, even before she turns into a damn dragon.
Well, even before, when she shows up in the beginning, she's like, "Oh, you're having a little get-together," and it's like, "Oh, crap."
That's the thing.
Your invitation, it's under the table. See, there it is.
Yeah, everyone's reaction to her is immediately, okay, this is someone to be afraid of.
Yeah.
I mean, the queen calls her, your excellence.
You just wait for like the king to lean over and go, starting tomorrow, we move the entire kingdom.
Yeah.
She is the first really evil, like, well, I mean, the evil witch is evil, but she's evil with a backing.
Is pretty evil.
She's an evil with a backing. Like, she's like, no. I literally pull power out of hell and I use it to do, some pretty awesome things. Oh, dear gods. So this film and Ben-Hur have something else in common. Both of those films have an iconic scene. Ben-Hur, it's the chariot race, which goes on a long time. This has the fight with Maleficent.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. It is still awesome.
It's very brief and quite honestly ends rather suddenly.
And violently.
Yeah, yep. He actually, this isn't something like, oh, we don't see it, or,
She
oh, I
falls
fell
off
off
the
a
edge.
cliff. No, yeah, all the Disney villains fall off something.
Guardrails, are illegal.
It's like, oh no, gravity killed them, not me. No, he horks his sword right into her chest.
Well, even better, I think it's Fauna.
Yeah.
Who basically goes, make sure this sword flies swift and true, and enchants it before he throws it. So it's like, oh no, it's going to hit. It's like, we can't do anything to you directly, but we can do a lot of stuff that'll get in your way. And the sword goes right into her chest, and the dragon falls. And it is, oh my God, it is so gorgeous to watch.
There's a point about their magic. Most of the time, the stuff they do kind of irritates me. It's like, oh no, we can't compete with Maleficent. Really? You can manipulate matter and put hundreds of people to sleep, but the chick who turns into a dragon freaks you out. But the thing I like is when they are escaping with the prince, like the goons shoot arrows at them, they turn them into flowers, they dump rocks on them, they turn them into bubbles. They have no trouble with that. Anything metal, they have to work at. To get his chains off, they basically turn their wands into oxyacetylene torches, which fits with the old idea that cold iron is resistant to magic, which begs the question, why is there so much of it in a witch's castle? But okay, I'm sorry, an evil fairy's castle. But sure, I liked that touch. I like, okay, iron's a problem for them, and they make nothing out of it. They don't throw it at you.
I don't know if that was done purposefully or not, but it's cool if it was. I also just kind of like the idea that it's like we can't directly attack her or try to affect her, but we can do things to the stuff that she's doing and do stuff to the things around her, and
we can empower others is the thing.
If you
basically they're buffs. They can hand out buffs.
Well, speaking of buffs, of course the bard's a drunk. Of course he's under the table. Of course he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the idea, and of course I'm just extending this out because why not, is that if they do anything directly to her, it's a direct connection, and that might lead them down to the dark side, and soon they're swinging red lightsabers, and that's the end of the story.
Could be.
Well, you know what I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the old, and this is very old, trope in that the good guys can never use the methods of the bad guys.
Right.
Because otherwise you might actually get people wondering, well, is it just black and white, or maybe there are shades of it? No, evil and good, that's it.
Well, and if you're a Star Wars fan, there's been some very interesting stuff, especially in the animated shows, where they're like, yeah, there is a middle path. You don't have to be a Vulcan or a bad guy. You can be somewhere in between. And, most of the no, you can't. You must not. Wait, what was that again?
Yep. Dark side is evil.
Yeah, and of course this is a fairy tale, so the idea is supposed to be that if you're good and true, then you'll live happily ever after and marry a prince. I mean, it has.
I have to admit, when they found the bard drunk under the table, my first thought is, okay, this is a 14th century monarchy. Oh, how droll, he's fallen asleep. Have him executed.
Well, if they did that, there wouldn't be any kingdom, because everybody in this film, except for the prince and the fairies and Maleficent, goes to sleep at some point.
Yeah, but he goes to sleep because he's drunk.
Right. Yes.
This is before the spell.
He's drinking out of his lute. I know, right?
Imagine what that tastes like.
I mean, probably no worse than 14th century wine. I mean, we let it age a week. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that when Flora and Fauna and Merryweather are going around putting everyone to sleep, they very conscientiously, they're very aware of fire safety.
What?
Because they put out all the candles, they put out the fires. Also, I do have to say, this is a change from any other version of the fairy tale that's a little off. In the fairy tale, she's supposed to sleep for 100 years.
Right.
The whole castle's supposed to sleep for 100 years. I think she's asleep for an hour and a half.
It is, in fact, a nap.
It's a nap. And the fairies do this. The reason they do it is, oh, we screwed up. Maleficent got her. Well, if we put everyone to sleep until she wakes up, no one will know we screwed up.
Oh, she doesn't wake up from the kiss in the story?
Not exactly. First off, in the original story, the prince doesn't just kiss her. She ends up pregnant.
Oh.
And still asleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's icky.
Oh, the original has got some really dark stuff in it, even before Charles Perrault got his hands on it.
Ugh. Glad they edited that part out.
Also, you know what gets me? I'm sorry. I know this is nitpicking, but I look at it from a gamer's point of view a little bit. The fairies are sneaking into the castle. They can fly. They can shrink. They can manipulate matter. None of them have figured out an invisibility spell. Really?
Yeah. That's higher level, Max. They're only third level. They can't do that yet.
I guess that must be it. Also, I like Maleficent's plan for Philip, even if it doesn't make a great deal of sense. She's like, oh yeah, I'm going to keep you here for 100 years. And then when you're bent and old and broken, I'll let you go out and wake her up. And she's going to wake up and see this old guy standing over her.
I love the fact that she's going to keep the horse around too.
Yeah. No, I'm like, okay, first off, kudos. That's really evil.
Yeah.
But second off, you think this guy's going to live 100? You think the horse is going to live 100 years?
No. Magic. It's all magic.
That's pretty much all I've got. You got anything else?
No, we should get to that part where we think, does this film actually hold up after all these years?
The finish.
So, Max.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty. How many times would you say you've seen it all the way through?
Maybe 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Including this one.
And maybe not one of your top Disney films?
It's not one of my top Disneys, no.
But this time, sitting and watching it for the show, what did you think?
It's still not one of my tops. Visually, it is stunning. It's so beautiful. And I like, now that I'm older, I can appreciate the animation and the artistry more. But as a Disney movie, first off, the leads are so uninteresting. More so than in most of the other Disney movies. Even Snow White's a little more interesting than Aurora. She at least kind of has a sense of humor. I like when she meets the dwarves and she says, "Ooh, you must be grumpy." Like, okay, she's got a little sass in her. I like that.
But now I'm going to wash you all. Okay.
Yep.
I beg you, no. Don't wash the dwarves.
We don't need to see you, little dopey. Don't. You know, it's as a story, it's not great. I know it's a fairy tale, but the side characters are so cool.
Yeah.
And this does have one of the top 3 villains, maybe the best, of any Disney animated movie. The other thing kind of bothers me, the music is really uninteresting. There's one song that people remember, Once Upon a Dream.
What's the other one that's in there? Is there another one?
The Scump song.
Oh, right.
The La 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 song she sings, the Hooray for the Prince, Hooray for the King and Queen and the Princess, we love them all, and whatever the sort of thing is at the end when the spell is lifting.
Yeah.
The music is not interesting.
No.
It's okay as background, but again, I keep using Snow White, but you had everything in that, from I'm Wishing to Hi Ho to the yodeling song. You had good songs. I don't know why they decided this didn't need them.
Well, you know, eventually we'd get to that point where all Disney animated films had 11 songs, because that's the way it goes.
Yeah. So again, yes, I especially as a Disney complaint, I like this movie. I think it's really good. I don't think it's one of their best, except visually, and the villain. What about you? How does it hit you now?
Well, one of the notes I had was Aurora and Philip are somewhat hollow and dull. They're more archetypes than actual characters. So, yeah, ostensibly it's about her, but it kind of isn't. I don't think the fairies really have much of an arc, but they're more characters and more central to the movie than anything else, really.
I was sorry they didn't make anything more about these people have given up their magic. They're trying to do things as mortals, which they've never done, and they've done it for 16 years. And we hear nothing about that. I'd like to know that must have been incredibly hard for them.
I think that we're looking at this through a modern sensibility. This is not a kind of movie or story that people are willing to listen to anymore. It's that innocence that we don't need to hear these details, that this part doesn't matter. This logic doesn't make any difference, because what we're looking at is the purity of the princess character, the prince character, the evil witch character, etc., etc. That's all that there is. And I don't know this because I didn't see anything in particular, but I've just got this feeling that audiences in the late 50s have seen enough of this, and they're basically like, yeah, we're not buying this anymore. We need something else. We need more depth. We need something. Maleficent might be a nod to that because she says, "and all the powers of hell," and she means it.
Yeah.
But it's not enough. And I like the fairies characters. I think they're fun, but there's no depth to them either, really. We just know that they disagree with Maleficent and what she does. But it is absolutely stunning to look at. It is gorgeous. Again, I don't think Disney animation would ever reach this peak again. And modern CG, it's not the same. It's well done. I've enjoyed it. Tangled was way more fun than I thought it had any right to be. I went to that because I think that was their first 3D CG one. But I went to Tangled just not expecting anything. And Frozen was after Tangled. And Tangled was just a hoot. I really like Tangled. I've watched it many times. It has some great songs in it. I love the song in the bar. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Great. I Have a Dream. Yep,
yeah,
I love
it's
that.
great. But it has all of that postmodern irony in it, right?
Yeah.
And that film would not work without it. Let's face it. I mean, Mother Gothel's song, she is like this Broadway diva. Like, that is exactly what she is. And the way she acts and the way she gestures and stuff as she's singing, you know, you wouldn't understand that as being a very slight parody in a 1959 film. But you have to have it in a modern film. And while she's not nearly as villainous as Maleficent, in a way, she's kind of more insidious because it's like, oh, it's the mom wielding guilt as her blade, and she does it
she's
so
kind of
well.
worse because her assault is emotional and psychological.
Yeah.
And technically, you know, Rapunzel should have been an absolute emotional cripple by the end of it.
Yeah. So that's what's missing in this film, is that there's no psychological depth at all. And I'm not saying it should, but I think that may be why it didn't do as well as it could.
Doesn't hold up as well.
Yeah, we want fuller, more realistic characters. And the old standby of fairy tales just wasn't doing it anymore. So,
yeah, pretty much.
You know what is doing it anymore? And that's our poll question.
Ah, yes, it is. Tell us, what is that poll question?
That poll question this week is, who is your favorite animated hero? Again, does not matter what sex they are. Hero will fit anything or anyone.
Wait, does this have to be just movies or is it movie and TV?
I don't care. Animated. Okay. Open it up. I know it's Max Mike Movies, but it's not like we haven't used TV here and there anyway. So
Sure.
Yeah, so let us know. How can you let us know why? You can email us like Bill-O-Lating, Max.
Bill-O-Lating.
And just email us at maxmikemovies.com. We love to get your comments. We love to hear ideas. We're still looking for an idea for episode 400.
We're batting some around, though.
You mean one? I came up with one this morning. We have one.
You can bat one.
Battering up one. Okay, so yes, email us directly, us at maxmikemovies.com. Visit the website, maxmikemovies.com. Leave a comment there. Ideas for films, ideas for series. Just answer the poll question. We're always happy to hear from you, especially Vince. You can go to our social media, which is Bluesky or Facebook, and there we are, of course, Max Mike Movies. Yada Yada podcast app. And, of course, the hotline, Max's favorite little dating hotline.
Red hotline. I mean, honestly, it's sort of a special thing between me and Doris, but, you know, I suppose the rest of you could call if you want to.
It's like Tinder in 10 digits. Or not.
Wait, what?
And those 10 digits are 617-398-7266. Give us a call, leave a comment at 617-398-7266. Well, Tops and Bottoms is going to continue, but first we need to make a little die roll here to see what year we're going to use.
Not a die roll. We are using the Max-O-Tron 9 million to algorithmically calculate what year we should do next.
I'm rolling
Activate
dice.
the computer. No, you're not. It's using the massive and expensive Max-O-Tron 9 million. Here we go. I am activating it.
Looks like the 20th century, 21st century, I'm sorry, not 20th.
All right, let me reconfigure the Max-O-Tron 9 million.
I'm rolling
for 20th
2 more
century.
dice. Shut up, Max.
No.
Oh, interesting.
Well,
We're going to be looking at the year 2015, but
who remembers back then?
we're doing a reversal. We're going to do the bottom first.
Yep.
So we're going to do the bottom first.
Someday someone's going to have to explain to me why everyone keeps giggling.
So I guess you could say we're switching here. Max is going to be the bottom this week.
Yeah, that's right. I'm doing... What?
Max isn't gay. So
what is the
lowest...
The biggest box office flop of 2015.
15.
Hang on, I'm getting the result from the Max-O-Tron 9 million.
I can hear the typing. I know where you are.
Oh no.
Oh, is it something good?
I think the Max-O-Tron 9 million just crashed. Oh, well, new series next week. We'll let you know what it is.
Oh, cool. I just got a message from the Max-O-Tron 9 million, and it says,
No, you didn't.
The lowest, biggest bomb thingy. Wow, your talk's funny. Apparently, it's a film called Gem and the Holograms?
Oh, no.
Really?
Oh, dear.
Is that like the cartoon where they're truly, truly, truly outrageous?
Help me, Jeebus.
Max, are we going to be watching Gem next week?
Yes, we're going to be watching Gem and the Holograms.
Maybe it's Gem Hadar.
Next. Now that I would watch. It is killing time, Synergy.
Take
Victory is life.
Or,
I like that. Victory is life, Synergy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well,
Gem Hadar and the Holograms. I'll get to work on it.
yeah, victory will probably not be ours, but tune in next week for our take on Gem and the Holograms.
Help me!
This has been a co-production of The Voice of Max and The Movie Wrench.